Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for clicking on the video and thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So I'm going to connect here and we'll see what comes through. To sit on the throne takes courage. The word grumpy, grumbly. Seeing like a staff with almost looks like it's brass, but like brass. It's like holding something, a globe, but it's, I don't know what it is. Something magical. It hit it on the floor, it shot up to the sky. Kind of thought of the one, like sometimes how men sit and they spread their legs out real far, kind of taking up more space than uh, is fair to others. Entitled, I think, is what's being projected. It's being projected towards you. Ruling some space. I think someone's unhappy about your status. It's your own kingdom. Peasants, not in a derogatory way, but they're begging for attention. In the very beginning, right before I hit film, my phone lit up, and at first I said, "Who the hell is this?" Because I don't talk to anyone. uh, it was my phone, and it had pictures on there, and it said, "Share your recent journey" or something like that. And I said, "Why would I do that?" And I thought about saying that in the beginning, but it clearly ties into that. People want to know what's going on. People being nosy. The Fool reversed. Stagnation. The flow of information ceases to exist. I think this is more about uh, people having a problem with where you're at, wanting to knock you down a step off your throne. I wish I could look up what that, how to reference that staff more. Four of Swords reversed. Restlessness. Driving themselves mad, trying to figure out what's going on. Eavesdropping. I'm almost getting this like jaw's killing me. Yeah, getting stressed out about it. What I was gonna say is like this breadcrumbing trail of little informations that doesn't lead them to what they want. Uh, I'm thinking of like, was it Hansel and Gretel and all the breadcrumbs, but it just goes in a circle. It doesn't disclose anything that they want to find out. They'll never find you. Last judge, excuse me. Last judgment reversed. Avoidance. We could look at this as, maybe you're avoiding them. There's probably a reason behind that. Or they're avoiding to see why rather than self-evaluation. It's always the other person's fault. Not a lot of people like to take responsibility for their own actions. They're stewing on it, clenching their teeth. My jaw is getting angry. I can't bear it. Again, I had this another reading, kind of talking about this same energy. Mental strife, Nine of Swords. The gears are just turning, turning and turning and turning. Ugh, fucking people. Now, if that's what they want to do all day and every day, you know, what a waste. That song, I don't know if it's by Metric. I think she's or it's a band from the UK, maybe I'm wrong, but there's a, I don't know the name of the song, but it says what a waste of an education. Maybe you went to school and figured it wasn't for you and went a different path. Or maybe you have a bunch of knowledge doing things and you don't want to do that anymore. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Do what fulfills you. Part of the journey. We all change. We evolve. We grow. We see things differently. Six of Wands. Victorious. Exactly. Victory. When we come into things that actually fulfill us, and we have that drive that you can't make up, you can't replicate it. It is a passion. I don't know how, is it passion purpose or purpose passion, something along those lines. When you have that inside of you and you're dumping that energy into something, and it's fulfilling, it's bountiful, and it's giving back in a way that nothing else can, because with that energy going out, it comes and it just fuels it. It just continuously fuels it. It's a great feeling. And like I said, without that internal drive of passion or excitement and enjoyment, everything else is kind of worthless. I mean, we do it because we have to, like work, those kind of things. Putting on a face at family events, not saying what we want to say, reservations, all those things. It's not enjoyable. That's not fulfilling. Coming into our authenticity, glowing our authentic self. The Star, inspiration. Maybe we had an inspiration, or if we're just in that energy, that passion, that drive, we get a lot of inspiration. It gives it to us. How could it not? It's fueling us. It's a great place to be. Amazing place to be. I want everyone to experience that. Everybody would be happier, wouldn't they? And at least if you felt it, and then maybe if you lost it, you'd know what to go back to. You'd know, you'd reassess, and you get your goals. Eight of Pentacles, diligence. It's not hard work when we got that fuel. You just keep pressing into it. And maybe, sure, we might go down a wrong path when we're trying to mold it into something, and we keep trying because you already see it. You already see it real. It's already real in your mind. Believing is seen. We already know it's possible. And you just keep pushing along. And it will come. It is bountiful. Very bountiful. I think we'll go with one last card here, Spirit. I love it when everything comes together. And it does. Especially when we remove our attachment to an outcome of structured, how it's supposed to be. Ten of Wands, overcommitment. Released burdens. Look at this very different ways. Maybe we removed ourselves from these overcommitments to be freer. Like, it's just coming to mind is like having a very high value job, but with that we had a high value or high expenses, you know, to I don't want to say facade, but we were in that bracket, so why not have all these things? And then when we got to a place where we look at it and it's like, what's the point? I'm going back to this travel idea, like, rather just live in a van and be out in nature right out my door every day. You know, I don't need all this excess. Sure, it makes things easier at times, but I'm free. I'm free. And I'm me. I'll leave it there, guys. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and congratulations. Talk to you later.